Hello students, I Shilpa Sharma from St. Thomas English Medium School, Surat. Today we are going to learn English grammar from Oxford, and this is your chapter 3, transitive and intransitive verbs. Shall we start? So let's go. So before we start our this chapter 3, transitive and intransitive, we have to recall our previous chapter to know this. So first is what is subject, because subject is playing a very important role in this chapter. Okay, I am going to read a definition, a person or thing that is being discussed or described or dealt with. Next, what is predicate? The part of a sentence or clause containing a verb and stating something about the subject. Subject. Now one example is given, the kids. We are talking about kids in this sentence. So kids are our subject, and whatever information is given about kids only. What are they doing? They are eating lunch. So, to whom we are talking about, that is our subject, and the information, the rest of the sentence, that information given about that subject is our predicate. So, what is next question? Any guess? Yes, what is transitive verb? So, here is the definition. But in a notebook, we are going to write our textbook definition only. This definition I wrote to make yourself clear that what is transitive verb. Okay, a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. Whenever there is a transitive sentence, there should be one subject, then one verb and object. Transitive sentences are start from subject and end on a object. Okay, so whenever subject does something, that effect will come on object. Okay, that effect will come on a different person or a thing, or a different that thing, and that effect will come on a different thing. Here are some examples are given. I will read for you and I'll explain to you. The boss fired the whole team. So we first of all we required a one subject. So what is subject over here? The boss. Okay. Then what is action? Fired. Action in the sense that is called verb, as you know very well already. And what is object? Team. Now I'll explain what he did. He fired. Okay. And another, there is a one rule, and that is very easy to know that sentence is transitive or intransitive. After action, means after verb, you have to ask what and whom. Fired what? There is no answer. Fired whom? Whole team. You are getting an answer of whom. Team means this sentence is transitive. Another, his daughter is running the business now. That person is talking not about himself. Second, in that transitive sentence, that action should be not on himself itself. That should be about second person, second thing. Separate person, separate thing. So his daughter is running the business. What is the subject in it? His daughter. Okay. What is verb? Running. Running whom? No answer. Running what? Business. So you are getting your answer of what? It means transitive. Another one. We grew tomatoes last year. Subject is we. Okay. And what is verb? Grew. Grew what? Tomatoes. You are getting your answer of what. Means these three sentences are transitive. So now this is my request to all the students. Please open your grammar textbook before I start reading and to explain you. Okay. First of all, transitive verbs. When the object of a verb acts and the action affects another person or thing. See, there is a one subject. Okay. Then that subject is going to act. Act in the sense of verb. Okay. And that action affect another person or thing. There is a one subject. That subject is going to do any action, and effect of that action is going to relate going to affect any person or thing. Okay. That is somebody or something different and separate from the subject. See, that second person or thing, that is second. Okay, that is why they are separate from the subject. That person or thing is called the object. Okay, there is a one person. Okay, there must be another person or thing, and that another person and that another thing is our object. In other words, the action starts from the subject and ends with an object, according to this definition. Now come to this in the sense of these examples. Farmers till the soil. Now who is our subject? Our subject is farmer. This is first one. Okay. What is our object? Object means affect. Affect is going to that person or that thing. So in this sentence, affect is going to soil. What that farmer is doing? Till. Okay. That farmer is doing agriculture. So farmer's actions effect is going to the soil. Now come to the second example. Jack kicked the football. What is our subject? Our subject is Jack. What Jack did? Jack kicked. Jack kicked. So that is action. And that action happened to football. That action happened to football. So that is our object. Jack's reaction is for football. He kicked. Okay, that is your verb. Am I clear? Hope so. So, according to this book, the farmer's action, tilling, affects the soil. A thing different and separate from the farmer themselves. Now, till is different thing, huh? And from the subject, our subject is farmer. Okay. Then we can also say that the action of tilling passes from the farmer to the soil. So the soil is the object of the verb till. Similarly, in that case, Jack's action of kicking affected something separated and different from Jack himself. Okay, they are not talking about Jack himself. They are talking about football. That Jack kicked the football. So this is not about himself. intransitive sentences, we are not talking about ourself or himself or herself. They are giving information about another means a separate person or separate thing. Okay, so the football is the object, and of the verb is kicked. Am I clear? Now the most important thing, how to know this is the transitive or intransitive. As you can see below, to find out whether a verb has an object, we ask question what or whom. So farmers till what? Okay, so what answer is not there? So whom? Soil. Second, Jack kicked what? Football. Whom? There is no answer. So single answer, whether is what or is whom you get, that is transitive. And what you supposed to do after verb? After verb, you have to ask this question. You're not supposed to ask what and whom before your action, means before verb. The farmer till, see, after till they asked what or whom. The Jack kicked, again they asked what or whom after this verb or these actions. So after action, you have to read that sentence and ask yourself what and whom. If you get single answer, whether is a what or whom, if you are getting the answer, means that is transitive verb or sentence. Now come to the next one. So soil, football, table are objects of the verb till, kicked, will clean. Okay, here some more examples are given. Shushma ate an apple. First of all, after ate, they asked. Again, please notice this. They asked after ate. This is your action, means verb. Okay. Shushma, so sorry. Shushma ate. So ate is your action in the sense verb. What? Apple. You are getting one answer at least. What? You are getting answer of what, not whom. Then also it is transitive. He drives a car. He drives what? Car. Transitive. I shall sing a song. I shall sing what? A song. Transitive. Okay, it is very important to remember that as in all the above examples, the object has to be somebody or something different from subject itself. See, Shushma and apple, they are not single. Shushma is a girl and apple is a thing. He and car, again separate. I and song, again separate. They are not talking about himself or herself. They are not talking about themselves. Okay. Secondly, as in the case of subject, the object may have other words qualifying it, like in this sentence J and K and L, A and as in. M and O, we usually use the word object to refer the object words to object words, not to these qualifying words. It must be remembered. However, the object may in many cases consist of words which cannot be separated from an another. That is why act as single unit. So what is intransitive verbs? Intransitive verbs are action verbs that do not have direct object. See, in transitive verbs we have an object, and that is direct. And intransitive, we don't have any kind of direct objects. Linking verbs are always intransitive. Intransitive verbs never answer the question who or what. For example, if you are going to ask who, you will not get any answer, or if you are going to ask what in the sentence, then also you are not going to get any answer. One example is given below. The pilot landed carefully. There is no direct object. Answer the question, landed what or whom. So the pilot is our subject. The pilot is our subject. So the pilot, subject. So what? The pilot landed. What? Aeroplane, helicopter, jet, nothing is given. The pilot landed whom? No answer. The pilot landed what? As I told you, we have to ask such question after verbs only. So landed is our verb. So I am asking, the pilot landed what? No answer. The pilot landed whom? Again no answer. It means it is intransitive verb. Again, as you can see in this picture, one side transitive is given and another side intransitive is given, followed by a direct object that answer the question what or whom. Then in intransitive does not have a direct object. In this picture, one boy is kicking a football. John kicks the ball. Okay. So if I will ask, the John is our subject, kicks is our verb. The John kicks what? The ball. Means transitive. Okay. Now come to the textbook part. Please take your textbooks in your hand, and we have to learn and we have to write textbook's definition in our notebook only. So intransitive, often the verb is something about the subject itself. Now see the difference. Transitive never tell about itself, but intransitive, they are telling about itself only. What it does, what it is, or what it is like. The action described by the verb does not affect some other. Whatever action is happening, there is no affection on something or some person or something. As I gave you example there, the pilot landed carefully. There is no affection on something or any person. Okay, so they were talking about pilot only. Means pilot did a good job, that he landed that carefully. Okay, second rule, intransitive verbs start from subject. In between you will get start from subject, then you will get action in the sense verb. Okay, action, then ends with again subject. So come to the example again. The dog barked. The dog barked. Barked is our action verb. So I will ask question after barked. The dog barked whom? No information. The dog barked what? Nothing. I am not getting any answer. So intransitive. Birds fly. Birds fly what? Fly whom? Nothing. John will play. Will play what? Whom? Who? Nothing. So intransitive. And as I told you, according to the definition, in this subject is talking about himself, itself. Okay, so there is information about dog only. Dog is our subject. There is information about dog only. Okay, in the next, birds itself again. There is no information about another subject. There is no object over here. Again, John himself will play. Okay. Okay. A verb which does not have object is known as an intransitive verb. Now some examples are given below from the textbook. The man looks ill. Now there is information about the man. Okay, there is not another subject. Okay, the journey will be difficult. Okay, means there is no object. Javed became a doctor. In each case, if we ask a question what after the verb, we seem get an answer. The man looks what? Ill. The journey will be what? Difficult. Javed became what? A doctor. But if we look at the answers carefully, we find that each of them tells us about the subject itself. Now, as we see, our subject is the man. Next, our subject is what? Journey. Next, our subject is Javed. So there is a information about our subject itself only. There is no other information about other subject or object. So that is why you are getting your answer of what, but they are talking about itself only, himself only. So that is why there is no information about another object. Does not refer to somebody or something that is different and separate from the subject. See, does not refer to somebody or something that is different and separate from the subject. So this information ill, difficult and a doctor, it is all about itself, himself to the subject. So ill, difficult, doctor are not really objects as they help the verbs to complete what the verb say. So verb is say looks. So looks what? To complete that verb, to complete that action we required ill. Will be what? To complete that will be we required difficult. Became what? To complete that we required a doctor. That is not an object because they are talking about himself or itself. There is a information about subject itself. So as they help the verb to complete what the verbs say about the subject, they are called complements. To make sense, to make sentence senseful, if you give information that is complement, that is not an object. Okay, in the order to find out whether a verb has an object or not, we have to do two things. First, we ask the question what or whom after a verb. I am repeating myself. You have to ask in question after verb only, not before verb, because before verb we have a subject and we want object. If there is a object, then it is transitive, and if it is there is not, that is intransitive. To know that, we have to ask a question after verb only. If we do not get answer, we can straightway say that the verb is intransitive. Okay, if we get an answer, we have to look closely at the answer to see whether it is something about subject itself, or it refer to somebody or something. See, maybe you will get an answer about, but if the answer is about subject itself, you are getting answer what? So ill, but this illness information is given for subject only, not about object. So then also it is intransitive. There is no separate or different object or subject. Okay, if it tells us something about subject itself, it is not an object. If it is referred to somebody or something that's separate to different from the subject, it is an object. If you are getting information about different person, about different thing, that person and the thing will be our object. If that information you are getting about itself, means from the subject only, that is subject only, not object. Now there is sentences are given, same sentences, how it can be transitive or it can be intransitive. First line is given for a verb, then transitive, then intransitive. First of all, verb. Speak. I would like to speak with you. This is complete sentence. I is subject. Okay. What is our verb? Speak. And you is the separate person. So that is why this is transitive. And intransitive, as you can see, let's speak. What? Nothing. Whom? Nothing. Intransitive. Again, sentence 2, our verb is read. We are reading your new book. We, subject, and reading is verb. Reading what? Okay, so sorry. Reading what? New book. You are getting an answer of what? Okay. At the opposite side, we are reading. So we are reading what? Nothing. Again, reading whom? Nothing. Third one, cancel. Add cancelled the reservation. Okay. Add subject. Then action. Cancelled. Cancelled what? Reservation. See, it is not necessary you will get both what and whom both answer together. No, maybe you will get answer of what, or maybe you will get answer of whom. If you are getting single one also, that is transitive. The added cancelled what? Reservation. So transitive. Add cancelled what? Nothing. Whom? Nothing. Intransitive. Again, agree. I agree with you. I is a subject in this sentence. Agree is a verb. Agree what? No answer. Agree with whom? You. In this sentence, you are getting an answer of whom? You. That is your object. Okay. In transitive sentences, your sentence will start from subject and will be on object. Okay. At the another side, in transitive, your sentence will start from subject and with on verb. At the other side, I agree. What? Agree with whom? Nothing. Count. We count on her assistance. Okay, again we is our subject. Now verb is count, action is count. Count what? Nothing. Count whom? Assistance. Okay, at the other side, that counts what? Nothing. Whom? Nothing. Not even a single answer you are getting. Next, see, this is very important. Direct and indirect objects. First of all, if they are talking about direct and indirect, these objects will come for transitive sentences only. If there is a direct object or indirect object, that sentence will be transitive only. In intransitive sentence, you will not get any object. Either is a direct or indirect. So direct object, transitive, indirect object, again transitive. If there is no direct or indirect, that is intransitive. Not even a single kind of object we will get in intransitive. So if they are asking about direct and indirect objects, means we are talking about transitive verb only. So shall we start? Some transitive verbs can take two objects, a direct object and an indirect object. See what they are saying. Some transitive. So whenever we are talking about direct indirect, means that we are talking about transitive verbs only. Okay, the student gave their teacher some flowers. First of all, the students, what is that? The students are our subject. They are talking subject. What is verb? Gave. Gave is our verb. Okay. First of all, what? Gave what? Flowers. Whom? Teacher. You are getting both answers. Okay. Second, Kitty wrote Veena a letter. So Kitty is subject. What is verb? Wrote. Okay. So what Kitty wrote? Letter. Wrote whom? Veena. Again you are getting both answers. A library lends people books. A library is our subject. Lends is our verb. Lends what? Books. Whom? People. Okay. On in these other words, the thing that given flowers is called direct object. Okay. Direct object. The person to whom is it given, teacher, is called indirect object. So in a single sentence you are getting both direct object also and indirect object also. Flowers are purchased by students directly and these flowers are given to the teacher. So flowers are direct and to the teacher is indirect. The indirect object is a person to whom it was given. Okay. Now Kitty wrote what? Letter. Letter is written by Kitty. So this is direct. To whom Kitty wrote? Veena. So Veena is indirect object. Come to the third example. A library lends what? Book. Book and library, they are related to directly. Okay. So what? Books. This is direct object. Library lends books to whom? People. So people, indirect object. Note again, the direct object is the thing, lend, books, and the indirect object is people, the person to whom they are lent. The direct object is usually non-living things. The indirect object is usually person, animal or living thing. However, there can be exceptions. 90% direct things, I mean to say direct objects, are non-living things. Okay, and indirect objects are animal, person or living things. There are very few, there is a very less chances that you will get direct object as a living thing. I hope so you are getting my point. Direct objects are mostly non-living things like flower, letter, books, and indirect objects are 90% living like a teacher, Veena, people. There can be an animal also and another living thing also. There is a very less chance that we can get indirect object as a non-living. Sorry, there is another. The explorer gave the zoo a rare bird that he had caught. Here, bird, a living thing, is the direct object. Explorer and birds, they are connecting directly. The zoo, a non-living thing, the indirect object. As I said, 90% indirect objects are living, but here zoo is non-living and that is indirect object. There are chances we get indirect object as a non-living, but very less. See, explorer and birds, they are connected because this bird is caught by explorer. As the student and flower connected because flowers brought by students only. That letter is written by Kitty only. That books are lent to the people by a library. So they are connected directly. That is why that is direct object. Okay. Remember that when a verb has only one object, the terms direct object and indirect objects are not used. We simply called one object the object. See, if there is a single object in the sentence, then also it's a transitive verb. Okay, I hope so. This chapter is now clear in your minds. If you find any difficulty, you can ask and I will let you know afterwards what you're supposed to do in notebook. Thank you very much. After this video, please read this whole entire rules and regulations and whole entire examples again. Thank you.